Did you know your kidneys can be in trouble, even if you feel just a little tired or your socks leave marks on your ankles? Many older adults wake up with heavy legs, swollen feet, or feel worn out despite a full night's sleep. You might brush it off as just aging, but these quiet signs often point to something deeper, your kidneys quietly struggling. And the scary part, most people don't catch it until it's serious. In this video, I'll walk you through 6 hidden signs your kidneys may be having a hard time and how you can take simple natural steps to protect them. No meds, no hard changes, just gentle habits that support your body starting today. If you believe in natural healing and staying strong as you age, type hope in the comments. Your words matter. If you find this helpful, hit subscribe to catch more simple health tips. Stick with me for just 30 seconds. You might recognize one sign in your own life. 1 swollen feet in the morning, a quiet warning sign. Have you ever taken off your socks in the evening and seen deep marks on your ankles? That gentle swelling, that little puffiness you didn't notice earlier in the day. It may seem harmless. Maybe you tell yourself, I just walked a lot, or I'm just getting older. But for many folks I meet, especially those over 65, it's one of the first quiet signs the kidneys are having a hard time. You see, our kidneys are like a natural filter. They help the body get rid of extra water and salt. But when they're not working as well, that water doesn't leave the way it should. And where does it end up? In your legs, your ankles, your feet. It builds up while you sleep, and you'll often see it first thing in the morning. That's why I always tell my patients, don't ignore swollen feet, especially if they're worse when you wake up. I remember reading a study from Johns Hopkins a few years ago. It found that mild swelling in older adults was often connected to reduced kidney function, even when blood pressure and blood sugar looked fine. It's sneaky. That's what makes it dangerous. And the good news, you can catch it early and do something about it. Let me tell you about Hank. He's 76, lives in Tulsa, Oklahoma, retired truck driver, lovely guy, loves fishing and old country music. He came to me complaining his shoes felt tight in the morning. He thought maybe he needed new insoles. But when I looked closer, I saw those sign socks digging into his ankles and a kind of tiredness that didn't match his usual energy. We ran a few simple tests, and sure enough, his kidneys were working harder than they should. But here's the best part, he didn't need pills or big changes. We started with something small, morning leg elevation and warm lemon water. Every morning now, Hank props his legs on 2 pillows for 15 minutes before getting out of bed. Then he sips a warm glass of water with half a lemon. That's it. It helps his body flush out that water that wants to settle in his feet. And now he says, "Doc, my socks don't bite me anymore." He even joked that he wears his cowboy boots again without feeling like they're 2 sizes too small. Now, you don't need anything fancy to try this. Just 2 pillows under your legs in the morning while you read the news, say a prayer, or listen to the birds. Add a glass of warm water. Maybe squeeze in a bit of lemon if you like the taste. But here's the important part, don't shrug off the swelling, because the earlier you listen to your body, the gentler the path to healing. Oh, and one thing, avoid drinking too much water at once. Some folks think more is better, but it's about balance. Your body needs time to process. A little at a time goes a long way. If you've noticed your feet puffing up lately, or if your shoes feel tighter in the morning, don't ignore it. Try this little habit tomorrow. Just 15 minutes, 1 glass of warm water. And if you already do this, tell me, type 1 in the comments. I want to know I'm not the only one who props up my feet before breakfast. Let's keep our legs light and our lives strong. Now, in just a moment, I'll share the next sign. It's something most folks think is just old age, but it may be your kidneys asking for help. Stay with me, you'll want to hear this one. Too tired after a full night's sleep. When fatigue isn't just age. You know that feeling, waking up after 7, even 8 hours of sleep, and yet it's like you never rested at all. Your body feels heavy. Your mind is foggy. You stand in the kitchen wondering why you came in there in the first place. That kind of tiredness, it's not just about age. And it's not always about sleep either. For many older adults, that deep dragging fatigue is a sign your kidneys are having a hard time doing their job. Now here's why. When your kidneys aren't filtering properly, waste and toxins don't leave your body the way they should. Those leftovers float around inside you, affecting your nerves, your energy, your memory. Think of it like this. You wouldn't drink water from a dirty glass, right? But when the body can't clean itself well enough, it's like every cell is trying to work in that dirty water. No wonder you feel off. I read a study from the University of Washington that looked at over 1,200 adults over 65. It found that those with mild kidney issues, most of them didn't even know they had it, were twice as likely to report daytime exhaustion and trouble focusing. And here's the kicker, many of them slept well. It wasn't the sleep, it was the waste their bodies couldn't clear. Let me tell you about Rose. She's 69 from Asheville, North Carolina. She loves her morning walks, but she came in and said, "Doc, I feel like I'm walking through mud every day." She thought maybe it was her thyroid, or just getting old. But when we checked, her kidneys weren't in danger yet, but they weren't filtering at full strength either. So we tried something gentle. We added a handful of blueberries to her breakfast, just 10 to 12 fresh berries a day. Blueberries are packed with antioxidants, and they help support the kidneys naturally. They also fight off those toxins that mess with your brain and energy. And we adjusted her water intake, just 6 to 8 small glasses a day spaced out. Not too much at once, but enough to help her kidneys flush what they need to. A month later, she came back smiling. "I don't nap after lunch anymore," she told me, "and I can finish my crossword without losing focus halfway through." That's the power of small natural changes. Now listen, if you feel tired all day, even when you've slept, don't just assume it's because of age. Ask yourself, am I helping my body clean itself the way it needs? Start with simple steps. Try adding blueberries to your breakfast for a week. Keep a small bottle of water nearby and sip, not gulp. And if you've had that muddy morning feeling lately, tell me in the comments. Just write hope if you're ready to feel clearer, lighter, more like yourself again. Stay with me because the next sign might surprise you. It shows up on your skin even before your doctor sees it in a test. Let's talk about that next. 3. Itchy or dry skin, a signal from within. Let me ask you something personal. Have you felt itchier lately? Not just dry winter skin. I mean that nagging itch that doesn't go away. Maybe on your arms, your back, or your lower legs. No rash, no bug bite. Just that constant urge to scratch. If that sounds familiar, I want you to listen closely, because that itch might not be about your skin at all. It might be your kidneys. Here's the simple version. When kidneys slow down, they don't clear certain minerals like they used to. One of those is phosphorus. Too much of it builds up in your blood. And guess what happens? It finds its way out, through your skin. That's when the itching begins. And it's not just itching. Your skin might feel rougher, drier, even flaky in places it never used to be. You might find yourself scratching without realizing it, especially at night. I've had patients tell me they thought it was allergies or just getting old. That's exactly what happened to Carol. She's 71 from Bakersfield, California. She came in wearing long sleeves in July. I asked if she was cold and she said, "No, I'm hiding the scratches. I look like I wrestled a cactus." She had been putting on lotion 3 times a day, switching soaps, even avoiding hot showers. But nothing worked. We did a quick check of her kidney function, nothing urgent, but there was definitely strain. So I guided her through something easy, less salt in her food and more cucumbers and apples. Both are natural ways to help flush out the extra stuff her body didn't need. And we made a small change to her evening routine, switching to a gentle oatmeal-based lotion and drinking a warm glass of water an hour before bed. 2 weeks later, Carol came back smiling. The itching's down. "I actually slept through the night," she said. She'd even rolled up her sleeves again. It wasn't magic. It was her body finally getting some relief. And the best part, no pills. Just a few natural changes. If you've been scratching more than usual, or if your skin feels dry no matter what you put on it, don't ignore that whisper from your body. Try this, slice up half a cucumber, chill it, and snack on it in the afternoon. It's refreshing, supports your kidneys, and hydrates your skin from the inside out. Pair it with a crisp red apple and you've got a healing combo right there. Oh, and one tip, avoid strong perfumes and body washes with lots of chemicals. Sometimes the simpler the product, the happier your skin. Now let me ask you, have you noticed any dry spots lately? Maybe on your elbows or behind your knees? If so, type hope in the comments and let's support each other through this. Because the good news is, you don't have to live with the itching. You can take small steps today that bring relief tomorrow. Now stay with me. In the next part, we'll talk about something most folks don't think about until they hear the sound of their own body telling them loud and clear. It happens in the bathroom, and it's a sign worth listening to. 4 changes in urine. your body's built-in alarm. Let's talk about something folks don't usually bring up at the dinner table, your bathroom habits. I know not the most polite topic, but sometimes the most important signs come from the most private places. Now think about this. Have you noticed yourself getting up more at night to pee? Or maybe the opposite, you're going less than you used to. Or here's one, people overlook your urine looks foamy or has a darker color than usual, even when you've had plenty of water. These changes might seem small, but your body's trying to tell you something. And often that something is that your kidneys are working harder than they should. You see, your kidneys help balance fluids and filter out waste. When they struggle, your urine is one of the first things to show it. It's like a built-in alarm system. And the best part, you don't need a doctor's visit to notice it. Just a little awareness each day. Now here's something simple to try. This is what I tell my patients. Keep a small water notebook by the fridge or near your bathroom. Each day, jot down 2 quick things: how often you went to the bathroom and what the urine looked like. You don't need to get too detailed. Just use words like clear, dark, or foamy, and write how many times you went during the night. This habit helped one of my patients, Dennis, 75, from Topeka, Kansas. He came in saying, "Doc, I can't sleep through the night. I'm up 3, sometimes 4 times to pee." We looked at his notes. Sure enough, his urine was darker on days he ate salty foods, things like canned soup or frozen dinners. We didn't make any big changes, just reduced salt, added more greens, and encouraged him to stop eating after 7 p.m. In 2 weeks, he was back to getting 6 hours straight of sleep, and he said something I'll never forget. "It's the first time in months I didn't feel like a prisoner to my own body." Simple changes, natural changes, big impact. Now, a word of caution: if you see blood or the foam doesn't go away, it's always best to talk to your doctor. But for most folks, the early signs are much quieter and much easier to address when you catch them soon. So here's my gentle nudge. Next time you head to the bathroom, take a quick glance before you flush. Not to worry, not to panic, just to listen. And if you've noticed changes like darker color or frequent night trips, drop a hope in the comments. You're not alone, and your story might help someone else feel seen. Up next, we'll talk about something that creeps up during sleep and leaves your legs sore or shaking. It's one more way your kidneys could be waving a quiet red flag. Stay with me, it's worth knowing. 5 leg cramps and muscle twitches. When your body's signals get crossed. Has this ever happened to you? You're resting on the couch or drifting off to sleep, and suddenly your leg jerks. Maybe a cramp grabs your calf like a knot pulling tight out of nowhere. You wince, rub it, maybe even get up to walk it off. Most folks chalk it up to sleeping funny or being low on potassium. But what if your kidneys had something to do with it? You see, your kidneys help keep the balance of minerals in your body, things like potassium, calcium, magnesium. Those aren't just vitamins from a bottle. They're the messengers that help your muscles move and relax. And when the kidneys are off balance, those signals can get scrambled. That's when the cramps start, or those little twitchy jerks you feel when you're resting. I've had many older patients tell me I didn't know it was my kidneys. I just thought I was getting stiff. But here's the thing, if it keeps happening, especially at night, it's worth paying attention to. Let me tell you about Thomas, 78, from Eugene, Oregon. He's a retired teacher who enjoys crossword puzzles and jazz records. He came in saying, "Doc, I can't get through a nap without my legs jumping. It's like they've got a mind of their own." We didn't go straight to medication. Instead, I asked about his diet. Turns out he was eating a lot of processed meat sandwiches, canned chili frozen sausages, salty preserved foods that made his kidneys work overtime. So we swapped some things out. More leafy greens like cooked spinach, a handful of unsalted pumpkin seeds in the morning. We even added a sprinkle of turmeric when he roasted his veggies. Those little changes helped balance the minerals in his body again naturally. After 3 weeks, he came back and said, "I made it through 2 nights without cramps." That hasn't happened in months. So what can you do if this sounds familiar? Start small. Try a cup of lightly steamed spinach with dinner. Don't boil it too long, or you lose the good stuff. Or eat a tablespoon of raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds in the morning. Soak them overnight and toss them on your oatmeal or salad. And a tip, avoid over-the-counter sports drinks unless a doctor recommends them. They might sound helpful, but most are packed with sugar and unneeded sodium. Now I'll ask you, do your legs cramp more often these days, especially when you're still or trying to sleep? If so, let me know in the comments. Type hope if you're ready to help your body relax again naturally, because you don't have to live in fear of the next painful jerk or spasm. Your body is asking for balance. And the good news, it's simpler than you think. Coming up next, we'll talk about something strange that starts in the mouth and might surprise you the next time you breathe or taste your morning coffee. Stick around. This next one catches most people off guard. 6 metallic taste or bad breath. When your mouth sends a kidney signal. Let me ask you a strange question. Have you ever sipped your morning coffee and thought, why does this taste off today? Or maybe you've brushed your teeth, used mouthwash, and still, there's that odd bitter taste in your mouth. Some folks describe it like chewing on a penny. Others say it's like their breath changed, even though they're careful about hygiene. Now here's the part most people don't realize: your mouth can give early warnings that your kidneys are struggling. When your kidneys don't filter waste the way they should, that waste doesn't just stay in the blood. Some of it rises into your breath, your saliva, even your tongue. That's when things start tasting metallic or smelling sour, and you can't rinse it away no matter how strong the mouthwash. I once had a patient, Estelle, 73, from Tempe, Arizona. She said, "Doc, my favorite apple pie just doesn't taste right anymore." She thought maybe her sense of taste was fading with age. But when I asked about her breath, she hesitated and said her granddaughter had mentioned it too. We checked, and sure enough, her kidney numbers were slipping still early, but definitely worth paying attention to. Now here's what worked for her. We added parsley to her meals, not just as a garnish, but chopped fresh into soups and eggs. Parsley helps freshen breath and supports the kidneys gently. We also had her start the day with a warm glass of water and a slice of lemon, not just for taste, but to help her digestion and hydration. She also cut back on red meat, swapping in lentils or baked tofu once or twice a week. That simple switch gave her kidneys a break, and within a month she told me, "I can taste cinnamon again," and my granddaughter gave me a hug without holding her nose. Now that's what I call progress. If you've noticed strange tastes in your mouth, or if your breath seems different, especially in the morning, don't ignore it. It's not just about toothpaste. It could be your body's quiet way of saying, "Hey, I need some help down here." Try parsley. Sip warm lemon water in the morning. Cut back a little on processed meats or heavy sauces. Give your kidneys a break, and they'll reward you in more ways than one. And hey, if you've had that weird metallic taste lately, even once, tell me in the comments. Just type hope so I know you're listening to your body and taking charge gently. We're almost there. In just a moment, I'll wrap up everything we've learned and leave you with one simple thought that could change how you care for your kidneys starting today. You won't want to miss it. Stay with me, friend. So, my friend, we've talked through 6 quiet ways your body might be asking for help. Little signs from your kidneys that are easy to miss, but so important to notice early. If even one of these felt familiar to, you know that you're not alone. And the good news, small natural changes can make a real difference without needing pills or expensive treatments. I'd love to hear from you. Was there something in today's video that stood out to you? Maybe a sign you've experienced or a simple tip you'd like to try? Share your thoughts in the comments, or just type the word HOPE if you're ready to take gentle steps toward better health. If you found this helpful, please hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and share this video with someone you care about. You never know who might need it. And remember, taking care of yourself is never selfish. It's a gift to your future and to the people who love you. Wishing you light feet, peaceful sleep, and morning stir.